Hello and welcome to Color Yoga. My name is Kyle and thank you for stopping by. Before we begin, I would like your help on something. I'm trying to get some feedback on whether or not you want music with these yoga classes or not, just to gauge what the feel is amongst the practitioners. There are kind of roughly between 300 and 500 people practicing, and I'm getting quite a mixed variety of feedback from whether or not you guys want music or not. So if you could leave me a comment whether you're indifferent or whether you do or don't like it, I can tell you that there is a much nicer selection of music on Spotify. So it might be the case of just putting a link down below to a playlist. I have loads of nice playlists on there. So let me know your thoughts. It will help tremendously. Otherwise, let's get into it. So today we have a dynamic vinyasa flow. So we're going to be looking to synchronize our breath with our movements. And I'm going to ask you to try and be as fluid with your movements as possible. So really flowing your way through using the full length of your breath. And I want to see how that changes your experience. We're going to begin today in child's pose. So you can make your way there. Have the knees onto the outer edges of your mat. Extend your arms out in front of you and melt your hips back and down. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, gently close your eyes. As throughout this class, I'm going to ask you just to feel into your movements, so allow the sensations to keep your attention embodied. If you find your mind drifting off, don't worry, come back to the breath and come back to the sensations of your movements. Take a deep breath in, fill the back of your lungs. As you exhale, walk your hands off to the left-hand side of your mat. Stack the right hand on top of the left. And as you exhale, see if you can pull length into the right side. Wrap your right shoulder down. Close your eyes and breathe. Inhale your hands all the way through center. Exhale over to the right. Same thing, left hand on top of the right. Plant the hands and then pull length and breathe into the left side body with your left shoulder wrapped down. Inhale your hands to center. Exhale, rise up to tabletop, squaring yourself off. Inhale, cow. Gently lower the belly, gaze up. Exhale, cat. Curl into the spine and press with the breath. Inhale, cow. Lower the belly. Exhale, cat. Round and curl. Tuck your toes, walk your hands a little bit forward. Inhale, cow. Lower the belly. Exhale, down dog. Rise up. Melt the heels down and begin to pedal your legs out from left to right. If your hamstrings are feeling a little bit tight, make sure to start off with a little bend to the knees. It just helps with getting your chest down towards your thighs so you have a nice straight spine along your back. Find stillness in your down dog. Inhale, walk your hands slowly to the back of the mat and at the same time bend into the knees. So we're coming into a malasana or wide-legged yogi squat. You can start off on the tops of the toes on the feet and then slowly make your way down into your heels. You can bring your hands to prayer, use your elbows on the inside of your knees to open up through the chest. Inhale, extend your arms out in front of you. Exhale, straighten out the back of the legs, coming into a ragdoll. Interlace the hands, place them at the back of your head. And with the exhale, see if you can breathe length, decompressing the spine all the way down. Again, with a generous bend to the knees and just sway gently from left to right. Interlace the hands behind your back. Inhale to squeeze the elbows together. With a long sigh, send your hands up and over the head. It's a nice opportunity to close the eyes and pedal your legs from left to right. Release the hands down. Inhale, high mountain. Slowly rise up. Reach the arms up above your head. Interlace the hands. Exhale, half moon to the left-hand side. You're going to simply arch over, making sure to extend up and out of your fingertips. Inhale, gently move through center. Reach up, hands interlaced. Exhale, half moon to the right-hand side. Tuck the tailbone. Keep the head even between your biceps. Inhale, move through center, look up. Exhale, gentle back bend, cactus the arms. Squeeze your thighs and lift the chest up. Inhale, high mountain, arms reach up. Exhale, samasthiti, bring your hands through to prayer. Close your eyes and just take a moment to set an intention for your class. Blink the eyes open. Inhale, high mountain, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Fold at the crease of the hips, bend the knees, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Walk your hands to the top of your mat. Hold and breathe. Now, you can always lower your knees for the planks, and you can always skip out on the vinyasas. See if you can press the ground away, wrap the elbows in, and lift your belly button up towards the back of your spine. So engage your core. Inhale, shift forward. Tuck the elbows in. Exhale, slowly lower down to the ground with control. When you get there, untuck the toes, hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, cobra, gently rise up. Exhale, lower. 2 more times, close the eyes. Inhale, cobra, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, lower. Last time. Inhale, cobra to rise up and hold. See if you can take some weight off the fingers, perhaps sending the arms back to fly. Exhale, place the hands down, tuck the toes, and press back to down dog. Inhale, halfway lift, make your way to the top of the mat, straight spine. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale, high mountain, bend the knees, arms reach up, look up. Exhale, back bend, cactus the arms, arch back. Inhale, high mountain, arms reach up. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale, halfway lift to prepare. Exhale, chaturanga, step back to low plank, elbows in. Inhale, up dog, roll over the toes, squeeze the thighs. Exhale, down dog, shift back. Inhale, three-legged dog, raise the right leg. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, cross over and tap. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg back, even the weight between your hands. Exhale, low lunge, right foot comes in between your hands. Keep your back knee up. Inhale, look forward, lower the hips, open the chest. Exhale, pyramid pose, straighten the front leg and bow towards the front toes. Inhale, low lunge, come forward, open the chest. Exhale, pyramid pose, press, draw back on the right hip. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose to hold. Inhale, bend the left knee, so bend the back knee, look forward, load up. Exhale, standing L, step off onto the right foot, left leg comes up into the sky. Now bend your standing legs enough to get your fingertips onto the floor. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, Shiva squat, crouch down into a little ball, left leg tucks behind the right knee. Inhale, standing L, left leg comes up, relax the back of the neck. Exhale, chair, sit down into the heels, arms come up, wrap the pinkies in, melt the shoulders down. Inhale, sink a little bit lower. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale, Tadasana, rise up, right knee draws into the sky, arms reach up. Exhale, figure 4, right foot stacks on top of the left, hands come to prayer. Inhale, Tadasana, right leg rises. Exhale, low lunge, right foot steps to the back, hands come down to the ground. Lower the back knee, untuck the back toe. Inhale, crescent moon, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands through to prayer. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, revolved crescent lunge to the left-hand side. So right elbow comes onto the outside of the left knee. Going to use the hands at prayer to rinse the spine out. So leverage off the elbow to elbow connection and look up and over the left shoulder. Options to stay here. And if you'd like a little bit more, we can go into revolved crescent half splits by just straightening the front leg and dropping the hips back and flexing the left toes. Release, hands come down to the ground in front of you. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg extends up and back. Even the weight between your hands. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Cross over and squeeze. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg rises. Exhale, low lunge. Lightly step the left foot in between your hands. Keep your back knee up. Inhale, look forward. Lower the hips. Open the chest. Exhale, pyramid, draw back on the left hip as you bow towards the front foot. 2 more times, close the eyes. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, pyramid to hold. bend the right knee, so bend the back knee, look forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, standing L. Right leg comes up to the sky. Ground down through the left heel. Bend the standing leg enough to get the fingers onto the ground. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Relax the back of the neck. Exhale, Shiva squat. Right knee tucks behind the left. Crouch into little ball. Inhale, standing L. Right leg comes up. Exhale, chair, Utkatasana. Same time, plant the heel, sit down, arms come up. Stay for the inhale. Relax the face. Exhale, forward fold, bow down, and release. Inhale, Tadasana. Raise the arms up to the sky. Left knee draws into the chest. Exhale, figure four, left foot stacks on top of the right. Hands come to prayer. Sit the hips back. Inhale, Tadasana. Right knee, left knee rises, arms reach up. Exhale, low lunge. Left foot steps to the back, hands come down. Lower the back knee, untuck the back toe. Inhale, crescent moon. Reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands through to prayer. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, revolve crescent lunge to the right side. Left elbow outside the right knee. Use your hands at prayer to rinse the spine out. So you want to create length out the back of the spine as you look up and over the right shoulder. Options to stay. If you'd like a little bit more, you can stay in your revolve crescent lunge and move into a half split by just simply straightening your front leg and flexing your toes. And release. Place the hands back down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right leg reaches up to the sky. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, cross over and hold. Extend the leg out. Inhale, fallen star, open up. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Ground down through the heels first. Press and lift the hips up. Stay for the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Left hand comes back down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right leg reaches up. Press evenly between the hands. Exhale, low lunge. Right foot comes in between the hands. Keep the back knee up. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, pyramid pose. Straighten the front leg to hold. Inhale, bend the back knee, look forward. Load up. Exhale, standing L. Launch off onto the right foot. Left leg comes up to the sky. Inhale, raise the left leg up a little bit higher. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, chair. Sit down into the heels. Arms reach up. Exhale, flying chair. Arms come back. Come up onto the high and the toes. So lift the heels up. Chest forward, arms back. Hold and breathe. Release. Inhale, Tadasana. Right knee draws up. Stand up tall. Reach the arms up. Exhale, eagle. Right leg over, right arm under. Wrap up and sit down. Find a focal point for your eyes. If you fall out, that's fine. You can make your way back in. Now, and you don't have to get the leg all the way around. So squeeze into your thighs, into the arms. Sit the hips back. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Right leg reaches up to the sky. Arms reach up. Exhale, low flying warrior. Hands come through to prayer. Right leg is up, balancing on the left leg. If you need to, you can bend your standing knee with control. Lower the back knee to the floor. Inhale, crescent lunge. Reach the arms up. Look up. Exhale, back bend, cactus the arms. At the same time, lower the back knee. Inhale, full airplane. Launch off onto the left foot. Right leg is in the sky. Arms out by your side. Find the balance. Tadasana. Stand up tall. Reach the right knee into the chest. Arms reach up. Exhale, half moon. Left arm down, right arm up. Open up to the side. You're balancing on the left leg. Bend the standing knee. Keep the limbs active as you reach through all the fingertips. With control, touch the back foot down. Warrior two, open up. Bend into the left leg. Inhale, reverse triangle. Reach back, straighten the front leg. Exhale, full triangle Trikonasana. Keep the front leg straight as you reach forward and lower the arms down to 6 and 12. Keep your front leg nice and active. Roll the right hip open as you lower the left side body forward and down. Release, bend the front knee. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach back. Exhale, low lunge, windmill the hands down to the ground. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, cross over and hold. Extend the leg out, place it down. Inhale, fallen star, open up. Ground the heels and reach to the right fingertips. Stay for the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Right hand comes back down. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg rises. Exhale, low lunge, left foot in between your hands. Keep the back knee up. Inhale, look forward, lower the hips. Exhale, pyramid, straighten the front leg and bow to hold. Bend the back knee, look forward. Exhale, launch off, standing L, right leg comes up into the sky to hold. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, Shiva squat, right knee tucks behind the left, crouch into a little ball. Release, inhale, chair, sit down into the heels, arms reach up. Exhale, flying chair, come up onto the toes, send the heels, chest forward, arms back. Inhale, Tadasana, left knee draws up into the sky. Exhale, eagle, left leg over, left arm under, wrap up and sit down. Make sure your knees and elbows are in line. And release, one-legged Tadasana, left knee draws up into the sky. Exhale, low flying warrior, hands come to prayer, left leg up and back. Balancing on the right foot, find the balance. With control, touch the left foot back down. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, back bend, arch back, lower the elbows and bend into the back knee and prepare. Inhale, full airplane, launch off onto the right foot, left leg up, arms by your sides with control. Tadasana, left knee draws into the chest, reach the arms up. Exhale, half moon, balance on the right leg, right arm down, left arm up, left leg up into the sky. Hold and breathe. Find focal point for the eyes, bend the standing leg, engage your core, roll your left hip over. With control, left leg touches to the back and down. Warrior two, arms level out. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten the front leg and reach all the way back. Exhale, full triangle, Trikonasana. Keep the front leg straight. Engage the knee, reach forward, and then lower the arms down to 6 and 12. Hold and breathe. Rotate the outer hip, lower this inner side body forward and down. Soften into the face. Bend the front knee, inhale, reverse warrior, reach the arms back. Exhale, chaturanga, windmill the hands down to plank and lower halfway, elbows in. Inhale, up dog, roll over the toes and squeeze your thighs, look up. Exhale, down dog, send the hips up and melt your heels down. Well done. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently lower the knees to the floor. We're going to make our way into a camel pose. So if the knees are uncomfortable, you can always find something to place underneath them. We're going to rise up onto the knees, making sure that they are hip width distance apart. And we have the first entry and first option. So the idea here is we're going to engage our glutes and engage our thighs. We're going to place the hands at our lower backs, elbows in. We're going to take a deep breath in to lift the chest up. And as you exhale, you're going to gently arch back. Now, the idea is to, instead of arching into the lower back, you're going to lift the chest up and out. So really try and come over and back. You can use your hands at your lower back for support. And if this feels good, you can always tease the right hand or the left hand and see if you can touch the back of the heels. And if you can do that comfortably, then you can engage both heels, so touching both hands down. Use your chest, roll the shoulders, and then come into a full camel. Now hold and breathe. This is a very intense, heart-opening posture. Engage your glutes, engage the thighs, and gently come out. If you're on the heels, come to the lower spine. And then we're going to release to come out, and we're going to sit back down into the heels, keeping ourselves upright. Take a moment just to close your eyes and focus on your breath. Try and keep yourself upright. And you can blink the eyes open. Well done. We're going to make our way onto the ground and extend both legs out in front of us, coming into a Paschimottanasana. So we're going to start off with a bend to the knees. Flex the toes. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, shift forward and release. What I find is super useful is if you use your hands to give yourself some support, either on the outside of the feet or on the shins. Keep the spine straight. Get the belly as close to the thighs as possible, and then walk your sitting bones back. And release to roll up. And we're going to make our way into I call this like a 90-90 sort of figure 4 type shape. So you're going to have your feet hip width distance apart, knees facing up, and we're going to lower the legs over to the left-hand side. And if you just glance to the screen, you'll see that you're trying to make a square 90-degree shape. And from here, you're going to get into the front of the sitting bones. You're going to inhale, reach the arms. And as you exhale, move towards your left shin and lowering yourself down. This is a kind of safer and easier, what you might call it now, half pigeon, that's the word. So you get yourself as close to your shin as possible. And if this feels good, you can find a comfortable resting place for your elbows. And if you like a little bit more, you can always then raise the right leg up to engage that inner groin and then lower it down to lower your chest. Hold and breathe. And release. We're going to make our way through to center, and you can just window wipe your legs from left to right. And then over to the right-hand side. Same thing here, 90-90. Get onto the front of your sitting bones. You're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, shift your weight forward and find a comfortable resting space. You can be up on your hands if that feels good. You don't want to force anything here, especially with your knees. And if you'd like a little bit more, and you'd like to add some mobility, you can raise the inner left knee up and feel that groin activation right in the deep hip. Lower it and then come back down and continue to raise and lower. And release to rise up. You can window wipe the legs from left to right just to let all that go. And then make your way down onto your backs. I'm going to draw the right knee into the chest, give it a good squeeze. And as you exhale, supine twist over to the left-hand side. So right knee moves over to the left, gaze up and over the right shoulder. And release. Draw the right knee in, exchange it with the left. Right leg comes out long. Just a gentle squeeze in with the left knee. As you exhale, lower it over to the right-hand side. A supine twist. Gaze up and over the left shoulder. And release. Draw both knees into your chest. Give yourself a giant squeeze. Take a moment to connect with some gratitude for your moving body and your practice and perhaps your intention. And as you exhale, release into Shavasana. Well done. Take up as much space as you like. Allow your toes to fall out, palms to face up. Make any last adjustments. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in. Fill your belly. And with some sound, a sigh and release. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. See if you can lay still in your Shavasana, just noticing any sensations within your body and just using your exhales to release and relax naturally. So there's no need to push or pull anything. You're just focusing on the exhales and just trust that with every breath, you'll begin to sink into your Shavasana. And if your thoughts wander off, that's fine. Just draw the attention back in and return to the breath. Thank you once again for your practice. You're welcome to lay here for as long as you like. If you have any comments or questions, I will be down below. And if you'd like to support me in this journey in any way, you're more than welcome to leave a comment. It helps a lot with the growth of the channel. You can subscribe and join into this community. Otherwise, you can support me in my journey to full-time YouTube by signing up to my Patreon page. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another practice. Namaste.